Hi, my name is Leila and I constructed a NOT gate. Firstly, I placed a power supply, which is a battery, on a solderless breadboard. Then I put a push button, which serves as an input for a circuit, and connected it to positive side of battery, since electric current flows from positive to negative charge. Then I connected it to 2 ohms resistor, which then was connected vertically to middle leg of transistor. Leftmost leg collector of transistor was connected to a 330 ohms resistor, and resistor was connected to positive side of breadboard, and an LED light which served as an output for this circuit. LED was connected to negative charge as it's the end of the circuit. Rightmost leg emitter of transistor was also connected to negative charge. So this is the result of a NOT gate. When the button was pushed, the LED was off, and vice versa.
My name is Fakhreddin and I constructed an AND gate. First, I put a power supply battery on a solderless breadboard. Then one of the transistors was placed on the breadboard and connected to negative charge through a wire. Also, 2 ohms resistor was connected to its middle leg, and emitter was connected to another newly placed transistor through a wire. This indicated serial connection which composes the AND gate. The second transistor was also connected to a 2 ohm resistor and then connected to another 2 ohms resistor, which was directly connected to positive charge. Then third transistor was placed, which was connected through 3 distinct wires to 2 ohms resistors, 330 ohms resistor and negative charge of breadboard. LED light was placed as an output and also connected to 330 ohms resistor and negative charge. Lastly, push buttons were connected to first 2 resistors and then connected to positive charge as an input. So this is the result of AND gate. When both buttons were pushed, the LED was on.
My name is Ayan and I constructed an OR gate. Firstly, I placed the power supply battery on solderless breadboard. Then I placed a transistor and connected it to negative charge and the 2 distinct 2 ohms resistors. I also placed another transistor that was also separately connected to negative charge, its own 2 ohms resistor and 2 ohms resistor, which is common for previous transistor. The 2 resistors that are separate for these resistors have a connection to 2 push buttons, which are input connected to positive charge. The common resistor is then connected through a wire to a third transistor, which also has a connection to a negative charge of breadboard and a 330 ohms resistor. 330 ohms resistor is then connected to an LED light, which is connected to negative charge. So this is the result of OR gate. The LED was on when one of the buttons or both of the buttons were pushed.
Hi, my name is Mariam, and for a NAND gate, we as a group number 42 collaborated with group number 53. For a NAND gate, we need to connect 2 breadboards which are AND gate and NOT gate. Our team made an AND gate and team 53 made a NOT gate. Firstly, we connected the power source and then we connected the output of an AND gate to the input of NOT gate. Here is working of a NAND gate. As you can see, when we push both buttons, that means both inputs are 1. So, output LED turns off. That's because the AND gate gives 1 and the NOT gate inverts it to 0. Now I will release one button, the output LED turns on again, and when both buttons are off, the output stays on as well.